Come on, baby. Hold that bitch! Get out of here! Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Oh, what's going on, guys? Midday here. Hopefully you guys are doing well. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm in a really good mood, even though today's the last day of the Battlefield 2042 beta. And I'm going to be addressing some concerns I've had for the game, what I've liked about it, and just overall my impressions of the game. It has been, you know, it's somewhere in the middle right now for me, but we'll discuss it as we get in. I appreciate the support, guys. I know I haven't uploaded in a couple days now, but school has been really been pushing me. But
the size of my head, Andre.
Today, even though I got a lot of schoolwork to still do, I'm trying to put out videos, and hopefully you guys are enjoying them. So we're still in that grind, and I really appreciate your guys' support. If you guys can, make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below what you're thinking about the beta, if you've played it at all, if you have concerns about the game, whatever. If you want to vent in the comments, go ahead. Yeah, let's get into a motherfucking game. Oh, but really quick, I just wanted to say things about these. Portal, I'm really excited to see what the community is going to do with this. I could see like zombies modes. I would love to make videos on that. And then Hazard Zone, absolutely have no idea what's going on. Obviously there might be bigger content creators who know more, but I have no idea what's going on here. This is just exciting with all the possibilities. So just want to say things about that, and let's hop into a game. Will it change, or am I still Boris? Okay. What? I picked the entire, okay. I guess like when you first load in, it's still super buggy. But overall the beta, I'm just gonna say it right now, the overall beta right now experience to me is like a solid 7 out of 10. I think it's in a state where, you know, I think it's weird right now because as a, I don't know, gaming society, I don't know, we have very high standards of how this Battlefield's going to come out because it's really hyped up. COD isn't really in a good state right now. I feel like we're back where Battlefield 4 and COD Ghosts were at, where Battlefield kind of had the hand up on pretty much Call of Duty right now. Like their war zone's in a terrible state, so I think everybody's expecting Battlefield to deliver huge right now. I mean, just, you know, really capitalizing on the moment. And what we had last with Battlefield 5, it was pretty horrendous. We had pretty much game developers that hated the gaming community for their feedback, and to me at the time, I really wasn't wanting to support something like that, and I was just in totally is that a word? Agreement upon with the community. You know, having developers that, you know, are just bashing the community. So I just thought it was really weird, and I'm hoping that, you know, we don't really run into that problem. Come on, let me get this guy. What are you doing up here, bud? Like, he doesn't even know I'm here. Ah! What the fuck? No! And he still loses that fight. Oh, okay. It's really key that Battlefield execute. Okay, I just got my attachments ripped off. Sick. I would just say that Battlefield really needs to capitalize. If they don't, this really could be the end of the Battlefield series. They are really doing everything in a good direction. And to anybody that hasn't known, I saw some tweets and stuff like that about this beta build is actually a couple months old. So that actually gave me a little bit of a sigh of relief, because that means that the real state of the game right now, like where it's truly at, is way far ahead than where it's at in this current beta build. So that honestly gave me a little bit of more reassurance of what's going on. Obviously, a lot of people are going to give their opinion. I doubt DICE or EA, if they're watching this, holy moly, you're bad. Oh no. Is going to see this video, but I'll still give my opinion, because you know, I was watching some Battlefield 4 beta like videos, and holy shit. It was actually pretty comparable. The game really wasn't at a good state. For the system specs back then, the game wasn't running as well. And I'll say that right now that I'm running on a 1080 Ti, a pretty... What was that? And where did I keep losing my attachments. It's just, I'm just showing you, like, this is basically how the beta is, and I can't really get mad at it. But I was comparing the Battlefield 4 beta, and it was pretty comparable. I mean, there was a lot of things to address still, and we can only just hope that the developers will listen to what the community has to say. Things that I have concerns about the game, I'll kind of just start off with the bad, just so I can get that out of the way and end on a good note. Right now, I'm not a huge fan of the vehicles, and two, the destruction. So those are the first two things I want to say. The vehicles feel very arcadey. They don't feel very... I feel like the game doesn't have much weight to it. Like, your character feels a lot more fluid-like, very lightweight. Like, I can jump around, move side to side. It just feels a little bit more... Your character doesn't have as much inertia. Look up inertia if you don't know what I'm talking about. Physics terms, baby. And I was just trying to figure that out. My friend were actually, me and him were discussing it, and see, like a double kill, but it wasn't it. Like, go play a jet mission in COD, and that's kind of how it feels. It feels like very, there's just no weight to it. There's no weight to the game right now, and things are very glitchy. Obviously, as a beta, so you can't really expect anything perfect, and it's just the things we're going to have to deal with for now, and being in the build that it's at. In terms of the destruction, pretty sweet with the tornado and the rocket. I will say those are very cool, two very cool things that happen in the game. There was one clip where I saw the tornado came over and actually sucked up the rocket as it was taking off. So it exploded and all the debris got like pulled in. And I was like, okay, that's fucking cool. So there's actually some detail, coding, whatever it may be. They programmed it to where that can actually happen. So there's things that are underlying in the base, like the face of the game, that people just don't like notice. All right, we'll hop into another match. And I'll continue on this. Am I in the car? Where's my car?
Hello.
Oh, nice. Wow. Look at that steering wheel. Oh, okay. Nice. And now it's a circle. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Does he see me? Bye, bitch. All right, there we go. All right, we just had to handle that situation. All right, people. Holy moly. In terms of the destruct, that's a guy. All right, nice. He's not playing. The destruction right now is kind of a concern, though, for me. I will say, the tornado and the rocket are really great. It's just that the little things aren't really adding up to the whole immersion thing. I know it's a beta, but hello? So hard to tell some people if they're on your team or not. It's like right now, I feel like there's little details that we're missing right now from the beta, so it's kind of like one of the reasons why I'm kind of, you know, addressing it, but hopefully it gets fixed. In terms of this new objective system, with like C1 and C2 to capture the whole area, obviously since the game's getting bigger, they're having to split it up more to help, you know, relieve some of those growing pains. Holy shit. That dog is gonna kill me. I will say, like, right now, I feel like there needs to be more subcategories. Like, if this is the whole C zone, I feel like this should be like C1, C2, C3, and C4. And that they should be captured more quickly. Like, there should be, you know, you can capture it more quickly, like with less people, or if you have more people, it'll be like boom, boom, you know. There's these huge gaps within the map right now, and it leads to everybody kind of clumping up. Like here, look at this. We have a shit ton of people here, and I mean, that's really it right now. But, you know, if we had more objectives, there's no one here. There's a little bit of more people spawning here, but look at, there's so much. We need to air this out more. Like B needs to be aired out into like here, and maybe a subsection down here and here. So there's a lot of little things that I think the game could use, or like that would help it more flow. I think right now we're kind of, everybody wants to go to B right now because everybody can just jump off the building and then get to their objective. But there's no like this whole like open field. Obviously it leads to like battlefields, like size and everything, but there's just some stuff that needs to be addressed in that term. Okay, all right, dude, you're gonna die. Yep. All right, but yeah, that's just in terms of the objectives. I think that need to work. Whew, that was very close. Nice. We're in a pretty good position right now, I think. Nice. Alright, we're on a little fly right now. Let's switch back to this magazine. I knew there was a sniper there, but I just did not know where he was. I saw the flash. But I want to say that about the class system now. It's creative, but I don't think it's the right way. Right now, I feel like everybody's kind of confused on what to run. I don't particularly like this recon class. There's no spawn beacon, which is kind of weird, and I have this glow in the bottom of my screen for some reason. I feel like everybody just doesn't know what to run. Like, everybody's just kind of winging it. Hopefully that everybody will switch to like medic and stuff like that. But in terms of your ammo, it's just like, do you run ammo? Like, there's no like true support. Do you run medic? But there's no true medic. It's very weird. But I know what Battlefield's trying to do with being more flexible. And it's great, but it's not really working in a sense. Oh, you took that like a champ, bro. In terms of the class system still, it's just, I think we really need to go back to that thing where Battlefield's kind of expanding in so many directions so fast that it might lead it to where it's not feeling so much like Battlefield. But right now, I feel like we need to go back to our roots right now in terms of the class system. That'll really help us. Another thing is, like, your ammo's kind of divided, though, in terms of, like, this class system. So, like, my ammo's evenly distributed throughout this, even though I'd really like to be running this ammo as much as possible, and then maybe these two would have less. So I'd want more ammo contributed here. There's no way to really, like, customize that, and that's when I feel like the game's gonna get really complicated, and it could really ruin some things for people, because it's just, there's some things you really need to just keep simple. You can't be having like a whole Battlefield game which is meant for like really fast-paced like gaming, to where you can't have this huge customization, which is, it's great to have, but it can really ruin, like, if I'm gonna switch to this red dot because I'm moving up close on these next enemies, you know, am I gonna have enough time to do that all the time? Like, it's really weird right now to like say. It's just pretty much my first thoughts. Like, I'm going up here, maybe I want to equip this because there might be a guy up here, but then like switch back here, but then a guy could have just came up on me. Like, Battlefield's just that fast. It's that fast pace of a game, so it's really hard to have these concerns right now. I'm just saying them as a person who really cares about the game and its state. So it's just gonna take some getting used to. I think Battlefield's gonna go through a lot of growing pains throughout 2042, but they really need to capitalize on it. I mean, Battlefield 5 was horrendous, and people have been basically dying for a modern Battlefield. Battlefield 5, I will say, had some really good things. A lot of good animation. There's that thing where you fall backwards and your feet would be in front of you, like you're falling on your back. I think there's some things that, like Battlefield 5, like its movement and stuff like that. Like on this crate, I can't do that in this game where I could hop on this. I would have to have like the grapple guy. But there's ways where I could get on top of it, and it's kind of weird that I didn't see that. Like, I'm not a game designer, but I'm not sure if like there's like a way they can like port it over, like if that's even possible. But I think that covers up basically everything I would say bad-wise. There's not so much bad, but there's a good chunk of concerns that I think the community is basically saying about the game right now. I can't believe that was my aim. There we go, baby. Come on, baby. We pulled it off once. Can we do it again? No. What is going on here? Come on, baby. Hold that bitch! Get out of here! Let's go. I mean, there's stuff like that. Come on. We get 2 for 2? Oh, so close. Oh my god. Alright, so on that note, let's talk about the good of the game. There's a lot of things that I really like right now, and I like the movement. I wish there was a little bit more character, like, weight to it. Let's see, I didn't even try. Okay, so when you walk, there's still, yeah. So like, there's a weird like thing I always do with Battlefield games. When you just walk forward, your character has a little like, you know, jump to him. Like, I just kind of walk to kind of get a sense of like how my character's playing. I know it sounds really weird, even though every Battlefield's played basically the same in terms of your character. But it's just something I do to kind of fill out the game, especially when I first play like the campaign. Rip the campaign, I will say that. Oh yeah, what just happened? Sick, best animation I've seen yet. Let's go, baby. But the good I would say is the game's gunplay has been pretty decent. I think it still needs work, obviously. Okay, maybe it's not. Oh god! Oh yeah. The game's gunplay is very good. I think the map design is great. I think the objectives just need some work. There's obviously more bad right now than good, just because the game's so different. The game looks beautiful. It's the best that Battlefield's ever looked. It's just, right now, the core game is a little just, I don't know. What do you want to say? It's just different, man. I mean, we really can't really, I can't really say much just because it's so different. If like, the best way to compare it is still to Battlefield 4, which is crazy enough to say that it's 8 years old. So, we're in kind of that sense of, do we mock this game for trying to change so much, or like the state that it's in right now, or do we kind of praise it for being this huge, like, game? I mean, I feel like the battles, like when we're like right now in this moment, like this feels awesome. Like I feel like there's so much action going on. There's all this stuff going on and stuff like that. We have more vehicles rolling in. I mean, your mind just goes crazy, and you're just basically, I can't even commentate right, you know. So the gun mechanics are great. The ambitions of the game feel awesome as well. I can't really say much about like the good. I love the way it plays right now. I think it's smooth. I think, you know, there's a lot of cool things like the radio in the car and stuff like that, but it's a beta, so I have more ambitions about what's going to be fixed and what's going to be true to the whole game. It's not like a really set way to customize your gun right now, and there's only a few weapons, so I don't want to like just totally, you know, crap on it. It's just, there's just not much to say about it. It's new, and to what they're gonna say, I hope there's just a developer. I'm gonna fucking ram this bitch. Go! That man is terrible. Holy cow, that was such a like a fucking moment. I think the overall approach to the game right now is in a good state. There's a lot of feedback, and I know some of it's probably negative. I was hearing a lot of people not liking the vehicle gameplay, and I think that's the #1 concern, because there's such like a core attachment to Battlefield that's obviously about their vehicles, and the driving in this game is horrendous. The vehicles drive terrible. The tanks drive like tanks, but to me, the normal vehicles just drive. They drive like there's friction is no longer a thing. But there's just a lot of good ambitions right now. I'll just keep saying that. I know right now I'm kind of just, I keep rambling on the same thing over and over. But I think the game's in a good position, maybe. The only reason I'm saying that still is just because this beta is a couple months old. So it's totally up to the developers whether they listen to the community or not. If I was saying that if the game is even close right now, the finished game, like one that they're developing right now, is even close to this state, please delay it. I don't care at this point. Delayed games are better than putting it. Look at Cyberpunk. There's been so many trash games that the developers would have such a better time if they delayed it. And I don't know if there's definitely a business side, but please delay it. People are gonna diss the shit out of the game right away. Everybody's first impressions are what they're gonna think of the game for its entire life. It does not matter at this point. Cold War released like shit. It still plays like shit. It's on the old engine. Modern Warfare's new engine was so much better. If the game gets a bad first impression, that game is dead. I don't care at this point anymore. I know I'm kind of just venting now, as this is kind of the end of the video, but this is what has to be heard. It's just, we're at this point in the gaming community. There's been so many unfinished games, and it's even worse when everybody forgets about the game. I'm gonna say it, like No Man's Sky, the game ended up being the perfect product fucking 5 years later. You know, it's terrible because now there's no support for the game. There's no community for the game. The developers are just kind of going off what everybody had complaints off in the first place. And the game, honestly, No Man's Sky, if it would have released like the way it is today, imagine how much of a better game it would be now. And, you know, it's pretty much just said about everything. It's just, you got to put the work in, and the developers have to. So they really just need to hit the nail on the head with this one. Jesus, dude, get so upset just saying this shit because I really care about this game, and if it flops, I'll be so disappointed. That man is sending it. Holy shit! Saying this as a message of I care. You know, I think everybody was really upset with how Battlefield 5, you know, ended up being. And I've played the crap out of Battlefield 5. I ended up buying the game, or my friend bought me the game last summer, and I've put in over, you know, probably close to 400 hours into it now in about a year. So it's just like, I really like the game now just because it's like more of a finished product. Obviously there's some things that I don't like about the game, but compared to what I've heard from other people, there's like so many things that they did wrong in terms of like, oh my god. So it's like, oh, hello. Did I just get cock-blocked by the door? Hello? How's this work? I'm so confused. like doors don't even work though. Battlefield, DICE, if anybody sees this video, please delay the game if it's not ready. What is this? I thought that was like some Star Wars Lego shit. Just please delay the game if it's not ready or in a ready state. I don't think there's going to be another beta or anything. We got our release date's in November, so all we can really do is just pray and hope for the best. I think this beta's been a very good, you know, expectation of what we're going to see, but it's going to be very hard to know until we see the full game. So if they don't deliver on everybody's first impressions aren't good of the game, I think it's pretty much over for the Battlefield as an industry. With having 2 games flop, it would just be pretty much the end of the series. So all we can really do is hope, people, and that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. Oh, look at this load. This screen is so sick, though. I'd love to have this as a screen background. This game has been great. I can't wait for the full game to come out. I might play a little bit more. I have some clips I might throw a little montage together, or if I threw it at the beginning of this video, hopefully it was cool. But that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know your comments. Leave a like if you guys have been enjoying the beta, or if you guys just enjoyed the video or what I had to say about the game. Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys are saying about the beta. And let's just pray, baby. Let's just pray that this game ends up being amazing. I mean, we have 3 awesome modes that could potentially make Battlefield one of the biggest games. I mean, like, just growing the player base. We have crossplay now. I guess that was another good thing I forgot to add. But this has been your boy Smiday, and hopefully have a good rest of your day. Peace, guys.
All day.